things that I stress in how I'm putting this together is that it is different for everybody. And I share obviously, what's in my toolkit at the moment. So what's in your toolkit at the moment, Ben? What are you using to keep you in homeostasis?
I love sport, so still engaging with sport whenever I can is really important to me.
What's the sport at the moment?
At the moment, my main sport is table tennis. You're playing in the local Premier Division, so we take it quite seriously. But actually, there's so much about table tennis that has been proven to extend longevity for people. It's very strategic. It's very dynamic. It's not overly cardiovascular, so people can do it when they're older, but it does really have you coordinate your body and your mind and work out strategies. So I believe it's top of the ranking of sports to do as you get older to maintain your faculties and your fitness. Equally, I'm lucky enough to live very close to the Channel on the south coast of Kent. So more and more I'm doing cold water immersion in terms of open water swimming. My record is that I have been in the sea, and not just running in and out, but been in the sea on the 1st of January. So
what do you get from it?
I find that it really helps me to regulate my temperature, so I don't feel it when the weather gets warmer or cooler. My body really can adapt itself, and I think it gets that from the extremes of going into cold water and then coming out again. And equally, there's a meditative aspect of it for me, which is about being able to choose when I go outside of my comfort zone, so I go out of my depth, if you will, and having faith in my relationship with the sea is a real big thing for me. I'm not a very good swimmer, but each time I go in, I find myself building more of a relationship to trust the ocean. So,
and I'm sure that you have a view on the energy of water. Right?
Yes,
and so actually bringing that into yourself in quite a extreme way is a very interesting energetic exchange.
Yes, exactly. And there's a limitlessness about open water. There's a respect that's required in it, but equally there's the acknowledgement of how much I am water, and regardless of the state that I see myself in, when I look, there's that opportunity to experience floating and freedom and being outside of that realm of having to limit myself with concepts and thoughts and stuff like that. So there's a number of things that are available, whether it's just with a 5-minute dip into the Channel or whether it's for a longer immersion, weather permitting. So I've actually invested in the last year in some alternative footwear, which is footwear that really allows you to connect to the earth. I have that grounding experience without actually putting your feet in the grass. And that's actually really helped me with some health issues that I was dealing with as a result of spending 20 years or so in football boots that were too small and in fashion shoes that looked great but weren't necessarily really great for me. And so I've been really exploring the world of how much the lower limb then translates and gives health and well-being issues in the rest of the body.
Are those barefoot shoes?
Yes,
that sort of thing?
That's right.
Nice.
Yeah, there's a number of different...
He's wearing them now, his feet look ridiculous.
But you'll have to come on to my products to come and see which ones I'm wearing. I am very much a practitioner of managing toxic load. And by that I mean there are a number of elements that feed into the body getting to the point where it's toxic. Stress is one, nutrition is another, but also what I use in terms of products to clean my space and my home, and what I put on my skin and my hair in terms of products as well, and not just really from a cosmetic point of view, but making sure things are organic and non-toxic, and then equally feeding back into the stress element that I'm not using anything that's going to cause damage to the environment. So it actually makes it much easier to create a holistic way of living that simplifies some areas of life and just allows you to hold authentically the way that you treat yourself and respect yourself, and the way that you treat your environments, including your home and your world. So I think if someone asked me, I think that the mental and stress related aspects of my practices, so meditation, listening to my own guided visualizations at times, and equally engaging with the meditations that I am creating or channeling with my clients. So I always feel like I'm not just talking to them, I'm actually talking to myself as well. So I listen to what I'm saying. I find that as a very powerful practice, because you often realize that you're talking yourself into, past patterns, and just not saying those things actually really allows the future to be different and expansive.